everybody. Welcome to Pearl World Live. I'm Danielle from Pearl World.
Yeah.
And my cameraman.
I'm here.
So we are here and we're ready to kind of jump right into Black Friday here with some Christmas stockings. Let me just kind of backtrack a little since it is Black Friday. If you're not aware yet, definitely check in on our website for all of our Black Friday deals that are going on. We had added a new deal every day, and now all of them are there and ready to go for you. So they've accumulated since the 20th. They're all present today and will be running through till Cyber Monday. So definitely check out those deals that we currently have offered on our homepage. And as always, we hope that you had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. Tune in, check in, let us know where you're watching from. We love to hear from you and love to give you a shout out from the cameraman. All right. So we'll wait for you to kind of tune in and make sure you're there. And then we will go ahead and get started with our Christmas stockings.
All right. We got a couple checking in from Dallas, West Virginia. Yeah, Gigi's watching. She says, hi, mommy and daddy.
Hi.
Hi.
She's with her cousins today.
Yes. All right. There. California is checking in. All right.
All right. So let's go ahead and get started. What we have on our website for you are these really great linen sublimation stockings. And they have a nice little red, it feels like velvet, but it's not quite velvet, top to them. And what I did is I sublimated the bottom part, and then I added a little rhinestone decal to the top. You can also add vinyl to the top, or any kind of thing if you want to put like the name up at the top in the red. You can definitely do that. Not only can you do a solid black design, but you can also do a full print design. So I added my little reindeer here. So really the option, since it is sublimation, whatever type of print that you want to put on the bottom portion of the design, you definitely can. So whether full color or just a solid black, it's ready to go for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll show you how to do that. We are going to put, we sublimated, printed this on our text print paper. It's a mirrored image, and we're just going to set this up on our stocking, kind of centered and where you want it to go. We're going to hold it down with our transfer tape. If I can get it started, here we go. And when you're doing these stockings, they are pretty thick, so using a pressing pillow is really necessary. So I do have my pressing pillow set up here on my heat press. Okay. All right, once your design is taped down, go ahead and lay it on your pressing pillow and kind of place it so that you make sure that your print is definitely on the pillow itself and if not hanging over. So I kind of have it centered there, and I'll cover with my nonstick sheet. Okay, and we're going to close and lock. You are at 415 degrees, so much higher than your standard sublimation, and for about 55 seconds. So that is going to get our print onto the stocking.
All right. While that's printing, we got some more shout outs coming.
Okay.
From Missouri, Oklahoma, Maryland, Bordentown, New Jersey, Wisconsin, Angleton, Texas. I was about to say Arlington up. Angleton, Texas, Maryland, Arkansas, Tennessee, baby, Missouri, and Texas, Lubbock, Texas.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in today with us.
Oh, and Dallas, Texas, Dallas.
Oh, Texas is a pretty popular spot today.
As they should be. Go Cowboys.
Oh, honey.
Whatever.
All right. So go ahead, take your nonstick sheet off and peel back. And there you go. Done. And it's super steamy. I don't know if you can see that, but definitely some steam coming off of it. But that's as simple as it is. And whether it's, the same process is going to be for a full color design versus just a black design. But that's all there is to it. And if you want to add, the decal or the vinyl to the top, you'll just adjust your heat press settings for that product. So if I'm going to add the rhinestone design to the top, then you're dropping your temperature down to 325 for another 10 seconds. But for any sublimation part, you'll be at the 415 for the 55 seconds. So we'll go ahead and do another one for you, in case you are just tuning in. So let me get this other one set for you.
All right, we got some more. Brooklyn, Alabama, Knoxville, Tennessee, Ohio, Buffalo. I see you.
Hello, everybody.
Question from Empress Ingrid. Do you sell those stockings?
Yes, we absolutely do. These are in our Sublimation Blanks section. So you can find them there. And we have them categorized under ornaments. So search ornament and then you'll see them. But I think we have a ornament section and a holiday section. I think the easiest spot to find them is under the ornament section though. Okay,
and another question real quick was, how long do the pressing pillows last? I'm sorry, how long do they last?
Well, it really depends. As you're using them and you're depressing them a lot, you are going to find that they, start to get thinner and thinner. I've used this one probably just a few times now, and it still is very much fluffed. But you'll notice when you start to use them more and more that they'll just get kind of smaller and smaller, and then that's obviously when you'll need to order another one. But I would say that you can get quite a few presses out of them and have them last for a pretty long time. So but keep in mind, the more pressure that you have on your heat press and the more it depresses your pillow, that's going to, affect the longevity of how long it lasts. So, make sure your pressure is set to like a light pressure when using that. So that way, it'll last a bit longer for you.
Okay. And Alan, who just recently asked that question, also asked, so you don't have to pre-cut the image that you're sublimating there?
Nope. The great thing about sublimation is that the ink will only transfer, or the place that will transfer is only where the ink is. There's no excess, no trimming needed. So you can definitely just print your design, the full sheet, right down, and the only thing that will come off is the ink onto your product. I keep losing my tape here. Here we go.
Well, these are great ideas for Christmas presents or things of that nature. So it is Black Friday. Hint, hint. I'm a size 13 shoe if anybody out there cares. I'm just saying,
Nice.
No, I'm just joking. A question for you. What pressure should it be at?
So I have this set at a light to medium pressure. And you'll see when I close the heat press, you'll hear it. That's pretty light. The reason I have it so light is because I also have that pressing pillow. So that's really helping get everything set in. And for sublimation, you should really be at a light to medium pressure. Sublimation is really not a required heavy pressure sort of application. So a light to medium pressure, 415 degrees, 55 seconds, and that's really going to get that imprint on your stocking for you.
Okay. We got some more shout outs coming from Florida, Memphis, Massachusetts.
All right.
St. Petersburg, Florida.
I'm happy that you guys are all on your computer and tuning in today.
Yes.
You're
online shopping is
yes.
where it is. Stay home, stay safe. Shop from home.
All right. We are done. Take off your nonstick sheet and peel back your design, and voila. Steamy, hot right off the press, and complete. And if you haven't figured it out, we will be hanging our Christmas decorations very soon. So now that we have a full family set.
Almost.
I have to do the dog. Dog's the last one.
Got to do the dog.
But this is so simple and really, if you are in the market to sell these, you can definitely market them up, especially if you're going to customize them. So, any kind of custom print, you're always going to be able to get that markup. Okay.
All right. Off the subject, Frank asks, what transfers can he use on a coffee mug?
Sublimation transfers is what you want to stick with. Any kind of item that is a hard surface product that has a sublimation coating, you want to stick with Sublimation ink. So like the mugs and these stockings, they are all within our Sublimation Blanks section. And that's where you'll use your Virtuoso printer with your Sublimation ink. We're using text print paper today. So that way you're, you mirror the design and then you can place it right on your product.
All right. Question from Jason. He says, is that the same time and temperature or time and pressure you would use on t-shirts?
For t-shirts, you would be at the 385 to 400 degrees for sublimation and about 45 to 50, 60 seconds. So you'd be a little bit different for t-shirts, but very close. These are linen, so that's why they're just a bit higher in temperature at that 415 mark. But for regular t-shirts, go ahead and drop it down 400, and you can probably stay about 45 to 60 seconds.
Okay. Alan says, can you use a laser printer for this project?
Since these are fabric and material, you definitely could use a laser, digital laser print on them. The only difference with that is that you would have to trim away the excess material, because then you'd have that clear coating that would show. With sublimation, it's so great because it really does imprint right into the fabric. But when you're using another method, a digital transfer, you would need to trim around the excess, so that way you only get the transfer and not that excess kind of coating that comes out.
Okay. A question from Vicky says, does sublimation ink dry up if not used regularly?
The sublimation ink, when it is in your printer, you should always have, I can speak for the Virtuoso printers, but I'm not really familiar with the Epsons, but you should always have your printer on and running. So that way it can do its system check and keep that ink moving within the system. You don't want to leave it off, because that could dry up the inks and cause some issues down the line for you.
Okay. Off subject, Robbie says, have you done a sublimation demo or sublimating on socks? A demo on sublimating socks?
Yes. As soon as my camera comes back to you, there we go. We have done a demo on socks. Gosh, do you remember how long ago? Maybe 2 to 3 months ago now. Mm-hmm. We did do sublimation socks. We do sell the socks on our website as well. We showed you how to make the cardboard insert for it and how to get it a full wrap around the sock without having any kind of weird seam. So definitely check that out. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can kind of search for that particular video, and then you'll be able to see that. But we do have a section on sublimation socks.
Okay, I think you might have answered this question already, but Empress Ingrid asks, what printer to print these, or do you just need the paper?
So you're going to use a sublimation printer and then your sublimation ink, and that's what you're able to print on these stockings with.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right.
Hello from wine country.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Wine country is always a good spot.
Question from Robert. Will the Sawgrass sublimated printers create the designs you are creating?
So these designs that I've done here, yes, you can absolutely put them in your Sawgrass Creative Designer. This is actually just a text and a letter. This design I was able to get. This is a PNG file from an online source, so I was able to get that. You can either, I'm more apt to use Photoshop just because I'm more comfortable in that program, but you can also use the Creative Online Designer as well, just by importing that PNG file into the software and then printing it. So I really just did this on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I kind of angled it the way I wanted to on my stocking and then printed it. So but you can really use whatever software you're most comfortable with, whether it's an outside source like Photoshop, Illustrator, Corel Draw, or you can use Sawgrass's creative online designer that they provide.
What's the printer you use?
I use the Virtuoso SG400, but if you are looking to purchase a sublimation printer currently, you'd be looking at the SG500 model, and then their next model up from that is the SG1000. And these are using the Sublimated HD ink.
Okay. All right, that was a good question. All right, I think that might have been the last question. Oh, if you give them time, I'm sure they'll come in.
I'm sure.
Again, everybody's home, shopping online.
Yes. Stay safe.
Size 13, if you can't remember.
Silly.
I'm joking. All right. I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching today. And like I mentioned before, if you haven't checked out our online Black Friday specials, make sure you do that. Offers are ending on Monday, so definitely check those out. And we will see you all here next week. Goodbye, everybody.